Hey Dominic, good morning.
Hey Greg, good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Ready to start up this webinar and show everyone what we got in store here.
Great. So we can get started, right? Good morning, everyone. I'm joining the webinar from Zurich. Dominic, where are you joining from?
From Prague.
Okay, you're based in Prague, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So maybe everyone on the that have joined the webinar, if you can as well on the chat, if you can just uh, specify where you are journeying from, if we can say that. So can everyone tap where they are journeying from? Okay, so I think Dominic, shall we go quickly through the agenda so you can walk everyone through what we'll be going through today? Does that make sense?
Yeah, go ahead and throw it up and let's share with everybody what we have for today.
Okay, I'll just share my entire screen.
And there, Philip.
Hey, Philip, thanks for joining.
Yes, everyone.
All right, Dominic, there you go with the agenda.
Good, perfect. Yeah, so this is the agenda for today. We went to our introduction. I think we can let Philip introduce himself as well. Go ahead, Philip, with that maybe, if you could.
Right. So hi, my name is Philip. I've been doing CompiTech for 5 years already. Uh, so in I'm working for CompiTech as a lead infrastructure engineer, as you might have see at the cover photo. And my point in this is how this affects people like me, the engineers who work support at the different companies. So yeah,
Good, thank you. And Greg, if you can introduce yourself and quickly your involvement with the product.
My name is Greg Eraon. I'm part of the team as well. I lead the team in terms of technicality. I've been here from day one. We basically founded CompiTech, I think it's about 12, 13 years ago now. We provide IT support and services to companies around the world. And then we have this huge experience regards to how we help organizations to manage their IT services. Uh, we help organizations, small, mid-sized, and also large entities. From the experience that we have from there, moving over to the age of AI, that's why we have focused on building this product that we have now.
Good. My name is Dominic. I'm an IT consultant. I'm in this space for about 8, 9 years now, working across different organizations and many technical systems in the IT industry. So, yeah. So, thanks for the introduction, guys. And what we have coming up, we have the Why KompiTech.AI section. Greg will give us a little breakdown on exactly the solution he's created and how it's targeted and what services and offer we provide and value we provide to the industry. We will have a live demo of how the KompiTech AI system is able to very quickly, efficiently, and easily install software without going through some convoluted process, monolithic structure, or just through the web. We will then cover the software management policy, so the practices and policies that the KompiTech AI system has to restrict and allow, limit, and process software management using the tool and for the users. And then also, of course, covering the use cases of this system in comparison to larger existing frameworks and infrastructures in the IT industry, such as SCCM and Intune, and the kind of the value that the KompiTech AI software policy and installation tools provide in comparison to those systems. Yeah, and then just some quick things at the end. We will cover some links in the Discord for feature requests for anybody who has some ideas, thoughts, feedback. We will, of course, be also providing some free tokens using the application for people to test it out and get a little trial run. Um, and then we will, of course, be doing closing slide and just a Q&A session for everybody's questions. Yeah, so I think that's what it's looking like for today. And yeah, Greg, maybe you can now break down on that second section on why KompiTech AI, why you created it, what the solution, the key solutions are, what you have in the works and in the plan.
Yeah, thanks, Dominic. As I explained earlier during my intro, I've mentioned that we have been supporting companies globally in terms of IT services. We provide support to end users, to infrastructure, and we understand what is required to provide a uh, real support to companies on a corporate level. And now, we are all in the age of AI,
Hmm.
where, from my point of view, guys, I think it's a question of when AI can do basically what all we are doing now for the IT industry in terms of support and maintenance. I'm not talking about the hardware part of it. You cannot ask AI to replace a hard disk. That is not possible. But any other things around which has to do with the software, I think it's just a question of when we will be able to use AI to do all of those. So, from that point of view, we want to be helping our customers to understand how to use AI, uh, leverage AI, augment AI with the people that they already have, and be able to automate things, make their IT more autonomous. That's just basically the motivation and idea behind this, and bring new technologies to our customers. So that's why we have been building this for almost a year now. It is production ready. Some of our customers are already using it, and we have new customers also onboarded. They they have seen tremendous uh, improvement of how IT is being delivered internally.
Definitely, yeah. Thank you, Greg. And yeah, there's a lot of use cases for this, and as you said, you have that vision, you have that experience, right, in the business to deliver this product and fit that with the needs that these businesses need. So I think we can actually go ahead and perform a live demo, yeah, of what our software can do,
Yeah,
and just so we can see the efficiency and speed, right, at which it can perform these things that other
yeah.
tools can't.
Mhm. Yeah, let's focus today just on, in IT, we have different aspects in IT service support or maintenance. We have different aspects, and you can tell there are smaller companies that doesn't manage their IT the way that large multinationals does that. A smaller company will not have the ability to implement a larger system like SSCM, even if they will go for different software deployment system like Intunes, they will probably not want to go for Intune as well. So they end up doing the software installation manually, right? Going on
Hmm.
site, going online, downloading the software and installing it. And in that process, they might end up downloading a malware, right? So that is one of the process that we have decided to automate using AI. and it's basically simple, straightforward. I'm gonna quickly do a demo. If we, as I was saying, if we go through the through the traditional process of downloading the software, what do a user do? They go online, all the IT departments, they go online. For instance, if you want to download Firefox, you go online, search for Firefox, you go to their website, download it manually, and then start the installation. How do we do it? I'll show you that quickly. I'll just share my screen, and then uh, I'll share my entire screen quickly. So you see, I'm going to try to install 7-zip for now, and then I will also install any other software, and also on the chat on YouTube, if you've got if you want me to give a shout to a different software which you want us to install, just let me know, put it in the chat, and I will also try to install it as well. So let me just share my entire screen. So that's my these are the software that I installed on my computer, and 7-zip, for instance, is not installed. Uh, you can see it's not there, right? So I'm going to go to the KompiTech.AI. This was my initial conversation. I'm just going to create a new conversation to try it again, right? So I can walk you through the interface as well later. And then let me just let me just install 7-zip. So give that a couple of seconds, and it will be installed. There we go. Yep, there we go. Successfully installed 7-zip. And now, if I go to, you can see that. Can you
Yeah.
see it,
Look
guys?
at how quick that was.
Yeah, that barely took about 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to install 7-zip, what I would do would be to go to online, Google 7-zip, right? 7-zip download, and then go to their website. Then I'll be figuring out, okay, if I'm not so technical, which is the right version for me. I don't know. Okay, what is my operating system built? Is it a 64-bit or a 32-bit, right? And then, all right, how am I sure that this is the right website
Yeah, and
for
imagine
7-zip?
just some new user, right? Not technical, or just a part of what sales department or something who has no
Mhm.
experience with this, right? They're trying to figure out, okay, I need this software. I have a zip package. I don't know what to do with it. I heard about 7-zip. They managed to get their way here, right? And then they see this, right? They have what, 20 download links? Right? I mean, imagine how difficult and overwhelming it is for them, right? Whereas in the client that you shared, I mean, it was, you wrote it, right? Simply, quickly. It got it
Yeah.
done in what, 15, 20 seconds. And they don't have to, struggle through all this. And then they have to call an IT, right? And they have to take the time for it or create a ticket. And it's a whole process, right? Versus here, we have it done, what, in 20 seconds.
That's right. That's correct, right? So, I mean, we can try something else as well. Uh, I don't have Firefox here. Hopefully, yeah, I don't have it here. So should I try that as well?
Yeah, give that a shot.
Okay, so I can do it straight in the same chat, or I can create a new chat as well. So over here, install install Firefox. I'll probably just add a browser to that, and then let's see if that's gonna happen. Happens. So it automatically, found it is Mozilla Firefox, right? and then it's doing all the magic in the background now. It's downloading the Firefox, which it did already, and now it is installing the Firefox. And if I want, I can go ahead and cancel that, right? But let me just make sure it is done. And while it is doing the installation, I can walk you through this UI quickly. Over here, those are just basic cosmetics. You know, you can change the the theme of the application, and here is the important area as well, which I want to point out. This is the languages. The solution is so multilingual that you can change it to any other languages. So yeah, Firefox is finished installation. Let me check it quickly if it is there. Let's look for Firefox. There we go. Boom. Firefox is there. So let me start it. Recently added Firefox. So it works,
There we go.
right? As how easy is that? You know,
Hmm.
what would the IT normally do now? If you don't have Intune or you don't have SSCM, you're gonna go online, download it, or you have it in some folder internally. But how do you update those folders, etc.? That is something else, right? So if I don't know, it took us about 1 minute for that downloading to get done. I can also go back quickly to when I was talking about the languages. I could quickly switch this to German, right? Deutsch, Neustarter, and then let me just start it again quickly. I'm going to uninstall. I'm going to uninstall the 7-zip quickly. I will uninstall that 7-zip. Uh, it's done. Close. And now let me restart the AI agent again. It's in my dark mode, and now you see the interface is in German, right? And I'm going to go to support agent, and I'm going to answer the same question. I'm just going to try to install 7-zip again, right? So I will write it in German. Uh, I don't use the polite way. Cancel 7-zip installieren bitte, and then it is in German, right? And let's see if the feedback from AI is also going to be in German during the installation. So yeah, while that is being installed, I will also at some point walk you through things like the side menu, what else is also there. Yeah, 7-zip didn't go on German side. Yeah, I know why. Why that happens? I'll show you quickly. Uh, so this is the platform, the backend, and we have. If I goes to usage and report, we have. I've used up basically my tokens for software installation. This is installed, and I logged in as Greg around. I'm using this account, and I have maximum of 9 installations to do, and I've used up that installation. I've used up that amount of uh, uh, of installs that I can do. So this is basically why that didn't work out. So I'm gonna say uh, if I if I would have to increase that, if we ask the admin to increase that, that we will be able to do finish the installation of the WinZip. But let's try a different message quickly. I'll just close the application. Try a different message. Okay, I'll just cancel that. And if the token is still there, if we still have enough tokens for this, was my IP address, for instance. So maybe I still have enough tokens which I can use for other conversations. Let's see how that pans out. Okay, still working in the background. Yeah, I think my token will not still be enough for that, right? Because for one conversation, you have to use about 3,000 tokens, right? But I can go ahead and purchase a bit more tokens through here. And how you do that, you just you go to subscription, and in subscriptions, there's this add-on, and there are the amount of tokens which you can purchase from there. Right. You can purchase 25,000 tokens, 100,000 tokens to 250,000 tokens, which you will be able to add to your account, and then you should be able to then run other installation or conversation with the AI. So I'll pause for now and I'll pass back to Dominic. Maybe Dominic, if you want me to show something else.
Yeah, I mean, I just would like to comment on maybe the client quickly. Just something maybe for people to think about regarding the language. I mean, businesses operate everywhere, right? And when they provide end user services to their, I mean, to their end users, it's gonna be ideally in the language that they speak. So with this model, right, you can have it in any language that is supported, and it's going to be very simple for the user, right? They don't have to do some translation, go through some other technicians who have to also know the language, right? And I think that's a very large benefit because, yeah, it can be in any language, and it makes it also so much more user friendly. So you can avoid any translation issues. Also having to look it up in a different language that can also give some crazy results, right? Trying to find software in some different languages, and
Yeah.
who knows what sites that will bring up, because that can be one attack vector for malicious actors. So yeah, I think that's very, very nice. What I think we can maybe pivot into or transition into is if you could go ahead and open up on the console, you can take a look at the software management policy tools and you know limitations, restrictions, whitelists, all that.
Yeah, yeah, we can. So you mean how you manage the softwares
Mm-hmm.
from the server
Yeah, so
side?
for administrators, right, and also we can then also touch on the on some future plans like with grouping and all that. So yeah, just go ahead and bring that up, and we can take a look at it.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's start quickly with. I'm gonna share my screen again.
Mm-hmm. We can see, nice.
Mm,
Yeah, we can see. So you can
oh,
just
okay,
go to the
okay.
console
All right,
and
cool.
the software management tab.
Okay, yeah. So we were walking through the software installation from the client side, uh, and then how do you, as an organization, or even an individual, one For a one-person company, this doesn't make sense if you know how to install any software on your computer. But for other size of organizations, if you need to do software installations and you want to be able to like control what sort of software that can be installed on your computer or the computers of the people in the organization of the other employees, this is how you can manage that. So if you go over here to software catalog, we have around 10,109 applications. This is trusted applications. This is exactly the same applications that you'd get from the Microsoft Store, right? If you go to Microsoft Store, over here, the the same repository that Microsoft Store is connected with, that is the same repository that we are connected with here.
And that's how
Uh,
people know, right, that it's gonna be safe because it's a trusted, authorized, and certified repository. So there's no worries of some malicious software, unless Microsoft, of course, decides to have a blunder. But yeah, I mean, it's just about as safe as it gets.
yeah, that's correct, right? So if we took, for instance, the 7-zip that I was installing earlier. If I type it, there you go. Right, it's among the list of software applications we that is allowed. But what you can do is, if you want to allow some software or deny any software, you go to policy management. Over here, you can control what is allowed to be installed or not, right? So under unrestricted, which basically means anyone can install whatever. But if you go to allow list, uh, over here you can specify what can be installed and what cannot be installed. So if I click on that, I just have to go to save policy, and then I go back to software catalog and I look for any software, approve it, or or, or just deny it, and then the software is part of the list. Dominic, over to you.
Yeah, good. And maybe also you can just show quickly back in the policy settings.
Hmm.
Yeah, and if you scroll down a bit, yeah, and you can also see that there are some additional policy options, right, that can be implemented. And of course, more will be coming. There's a great idea, for example, for grouping, right, application bundles for different departments. So these kind of features will be implemented, and yeah, will be a lot of potential power for the organizations of this size. They can utilize it. And I think to transition from that, right? I mean, most people in the industry know that many large organizations, and Greg touched upon this a bit earlier, but many large or complex organizations are using software management tools such as SCCM and Intune. But there's a quite some caveats for that, right? I mean, of course, for a large business, it's already a defined, structured business, right? Late stage, it can make sense for them to use something like SCCM, where they have administrators, right? They have network engineers, they have all the people who can create the packages for applications to set up for end user devices. That makes sense for those organizations, but it's large, it's bulky. You require a lot of people, a lot of resources, to set up those packages for applications, to get them onto the end user devices, to manually, program all the policies, or go through their relatively complex UIs to get that handled for the end users. So I think that's one of the very strong benefits here, is that you don't need this complex software that's very expensive, right? You can kind of, once you have this set up for any size organization, you can get it going right away, right? And it'll target all the people in the organization, and it makes it much more efficient. If you take Intune, for example, sure, any small business can use Intune, right? 10 people, 50 people, 100 people, yeah, they can get Intune, but they're
Yeah,
gonna need to know how to use it, and they're gonna be paying about 30 USD per month per user at least, right? Because they also need to have the MS365 software bundle to be
the
even
E3
able to use
license.
Intune, right? Exactly. So I mean, that's imagine the expenses of that for a small business starting up, or even a business with 50, 100 people that are just trying to get by and get their product in the market and just trying to have their users have functioning devices, right, and software. So this compared to that, this is not so hefty. It's much more affordable. It's much more efficient. It's easy to manage, right? And the potential is there for the customizability, right? As more features get tacked on, without making it too complex, too monolithic. Yeah, I think this is really a great approach to software management and policy management for said software. What do
Yeah,
you
and
think,
just
Greg? Anything you'd like to add on to that?
yeah, just to add to that, the bottom line here is if you also look at larger organizations where they need to help users to install softwares, and those software maybe they are using SSCM, and the user is not coming to the office, and the user urgently need to install a specific application.
Hmm.
Well, this is a different angle to approach it, where you can give us your package, we can upload it here, your verified package, and then it gets approved. Your users should be able to install this, using natural language from their computer, so that you don't have to ask the user to come to the office for the installation, right? And then you're gonna lose a lot of productivity. So imagine there is an employee who is a salesperson, and the IT is somewhere in New York, the IT department, and the sales guy is somewhere in Florida. If we take a US for instance, or in Europe, the IT department is in Munich, and then the sales guy is somewhere in Slovakia, right? And then what happens, right? What happens? You have to ask the salesperson to come to the office. No, you cannot do that. It's easier if you have something like this when you are unable to have the software get installed through SSCM, and the employee is not in the corporate environment to be able to do that installation. So looking at it from that angle is really great. But if you also look at it from the angle of just, let's imagine a personal user, all right, who who has an issue in, like, they've downloaded different software, and there are cases that they downloaded some virus to their computer. This is a very good solution as well. The user doesn't necessarily need to have any technical expertise. What they need to have is just this tool over here. You come here, you start a new chat, and you just enter, install 7-zip, right? This is just for a personal computer. Normal user that use a computer, you just type whatever you want in your natural language. You can type it in German, in Spanish, or whatever, and you get it downloaded within a couple of seconds or 1 minute. So that is the added value we are trying to bring to our customers, to whoever, to make IT really way more easier to for you to use, instead of trying to go off through those manual technical things to do common things. So that is just one piece of solution that we have, what we have built. There are some other parts which we will be discussing as well, but not in this webinar. We are going to be talking about in the other webinars how you can use this solution here to fix your computer.
Hmm.
Imagine if you If your computer is too slow, you just ask the chat, hey, my computer is too slow, can you help me fix it? And it's going to do that. But you cannot just do it right from what you have here, because this does not it does not come with our package. There's a different documentation of how to do that. And once that is done, it's very simple. You just go to this AI agent, to this application. You use your natural language, ask it, instruct it. My computer is too slow. Can you help me to fix it? So yeah, to us, since we just focusing on the software installation now, we just talk about this, and in other webinar, we're going to be talking about other more complex scenarios.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I think you summed it up well. And since we here we have about 20 minutes left in the webinar, I think we can go ahead and move on. We have the option for feature requests for people. So I think everybody in the chat, you saw messages from the team regarding the Discord. So if you have any questions, right, or feedback or any feature requests, you can join that Discord. And on the left side in the Discord, you will have the channels, right, that you can enter any of your feedback or requests for the application. Of course, you will need to use the application first for any feature requests. So I think, Greg, you can go ahead and bring up the site to show how people can, slowly get started with the product.
Okay, yeah, we'll just roll up my, bring up my screen again.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, yeah, you can see that there's a lot of potential here. We're gonna be also opening up, the software for people to play around with, and yeah, of course, everybody should really get into it, get used to it, get familiar with it, and really join the Discord and you know have a chat with everybody on the team. Okay, yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, Greg.
So how to get started is very straightforward. You go here. You can start a free trial, but because I'm already start a free trial, and you can use your Gmail or Microsoft account to sign in. And once you sign in, you will be directed to this to the back end, where you will need to complete your organization details. Once you've completed the organization details, you can then start using it. But just a quick information, uh, if once you are in KompiTech.AI, you should look into the right package for you. You can take the personal package, which is free forever, and with this you can basically install one software. But any other thing in terms of excuse me, in terms of fixes, etc., you will not be able to do that through the personal package. And if you switch back to the business package, on the business plans, we have the plan for startup, professional, etc. And if you want to customize it, you feel free to reach out to us. So this is basically how to get started. And if you want to also download the uh, the application, this is this one that I have here. You can just go straight ahead, click on download for Windows. Unfortunately, now we have already Windows. Okay, if you're using Mac, you will have to wait a bit to get the Mac version. We're working on it. It's in the pipeline. Now, once you download the Windows version, you also need to download what we call the AI Companion. So once you're on the back end, there is this companion version which you need to download. So downloading just the Windows is not in the Windows desktop client is not enough, because if you have that, you will not be able to perform software installations, for instance. If I go to home, you see there's this companion service is connected, but if I disable that, if I don't have it installed, it will not be connected, and you will be unable to install any of the applications. So do more administrative task. So yeah, that's basically how to get started.
Perfect. Perfect. And maybe if you can bring up some closing contact information. I already mentioned the Discord, right? So that's
Yeah.
been posted in the chat. But Greg, are there some other ways people can reach out to you, right? Maybe via LinkedIn, or you can go ahead and share.
Yeah, everyone, you feel free, please, to reach out to me via LinkedIn. My name is Greg Around, as you can see from the screen. If you go on LinkedIn, you will easily find me. Uh, you know, reach out to me. Go to our LinkedIn page, KompiTech.AI, not KompiTech, but KompiTech.AI, and reach out to us over there as well.
Good, good, yeah. And otherwise, again, I'll stress it again. If you have any other questions or feedback, come to the Discord. It's the most comprehensive and easiest way to communicate as well. Okay. We have a little Q&A session here for the end, in the last, 10, 15 minutes here. I see we have one question here from Sean Pun. Um, can you use this solution for an enterprise IT management where you can install all machines at once with apps?
Yes, what you can do for now is installing it through what we've just demoed per user. But what we have as part of the pipeline, what we have in the pipeline is uh, coming up first is the group installation, where we can group the packages per department, like say sales or whatever. And then I think if you want to distribute it across your entire organization, what you will do is to create a specific group and add all your devices to that group. I'll show you that quickly, okay? How
Mm-hmm.
that works. I just share my entire screen again. Uh, so so you can see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's this piece of menu here called All Assets. Once you've installed the application on your computer, there's this menu System Info, which give quick information about the specific computer uh, that you have the application running on, and that asset, that computer got automatically registered with the platform, and all your all your laptops, desktop servers where it is running on automatically showed up here. Okay, so now there's a bunch of lists here, as you can see. What you can then potentially do is to go to software management. In about 3 weeks, 2 weeks from now, you will see a different menu here which you can use to create groups. When you create a group, then you can add the asset to that group, or you can also add users to a group. And this is how you manage your users. If you go to manage organizations, members, these are your users. So currently you can see it's just me, Philip, and Malcolm in this user group. But any user that is going to be using the application, they will automatically shows up here. So you create your user, create a user group, or you're going to create you have your assets and you're going to add your asset group, which is going to show up here. So that is in the pipeline. I think in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks max, that should be out, and you should be able to do that.
Good. Good. Um, I don't see any other explicitly asked questions here throughout the call,
Yeah.
but um, yeah, I don't know. Is there something else you'd like to touch base on, Greg? Um, before we continue, before we close out, maybe some closing thoughts.
Yeah, there is some
Ah, we
more
just got
data.
a just
Yeah.
got a new question here from Fardeen.
Mhm.
If an installation fails or gets stuck, does the platform show what went wrong in real time so we can fix it faster?
Yes. So let me think where that is. Yeah, we have two approach to that, right? So if I go back to the logs, I'll just delete this ones. Okay. Couldn't see. So if I will have more token, I mean, I need to purchase new ones because we're doing this right from the production environment. If I was to have more token, there is a feedback element here, which the user can basically report if it went well or if it didn't go well. It's like just the user providing quick feedback, and that feedback you get that feedback straight out of from here. Yeah, feedbacks. So these are some user feedbacks. Some came from me, where the user can provide quick information if it worked well, if it didn't go well, and if for you to see specifically what went wrong per installation, the for now you have to go to usage report, and then you will see your installations over here. So I think because that's a really good question, I think what we should do as part of official request is to list the installation and also provide quick logs if it failed and what failed, so that the user can get a quick feedback. You know, the IT can get a quick feedback of what failed and how to remediate that. So that would be something I think we can pass to our dev team to put to add as a official request. What do you think, Dominic?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And of course, as we will show in, future webinars, with the other queries, for example, with trying to troubleshoot some issues, right? See what's wrong with the device, if it's slow or if there's some network issues. It provides that feedback if something is wrong. And that's kind of the same thing. It does provide like a natural, natural logs, right, for the user to see if they ask for someone if there's some issue. So for the installation, it makes sense, right, to see those additional details. And yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't tried this yet, but I also think that uh, it's possible. I'll give it a shot if I have more tokens. If installation failed, the user, and when the AI respond that the installation failed, the user can just through the interface here ask the AI why did it fail,
Can
and
prompt
the
it
AI
right for that extract. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So I think for now that would be a basic workaround. If anything failed, just ask the AI why did it fail, give me more information, and then it's going to give that to you basically, and then you can get that information. But I think that's a really good question, and we should definitely pass that to our dev team
Mm-hmm. So a
for
couple more
implementation.
questions quickly here. Tufik asks, if I'm installing software remotely on multiple devices, how does AI help ensure everything installs correctly? And I think that kind of piggybacks upon what we touched on, right?
Yeah,
When in the pipeline, as you'll be able to add the multiple assets and users, and combined with the log reports, that will pretty much right give you that summary that you need when installing software. So
yeah.
that will be coming. And then last one I see here from Vardin. Does the platform recommend the best version of software to install based on my device's configuration?
Oh, that is a really good question,
Yeah.
right? So I'll walk you through that again. You see, the part of the intelligence of the platform is once you install the this application, it automatically discover
Mm-hmm.
your your manufacturer, your model, and the architecture, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my case, I've got an X64 64 bit, right? So what happens is when I go over here and I want to install a specific application, it collects all the information regarding my system, send it as a payload to the AI that is behind the server, and then automatically understand how, okay, this is a Windows 11, and it is a 64 bit, and it automatically goes to our the repository of, of the packages that we've got here, right? And with these packages, there are different versions. It automatically select the version, download that version, and install that version. So that is how it does all the magic in the background for
Right.
you. So you
And
don't
that,
have to bother.
and that's actually right one of the like key advantages, right? Because as we showed before with the 7-zip, you have the 20 different variants there. Someone's gonna right click on the tar.gzip for Linux and then click on it, have no idea what to do. But the
Yeah.
system, right, the solution intelligently identifies what the architecture is, right, what the OS version is, and it will just install the exact right package for the exact system that it's functioning on or running on. And we
Yes.
can see here, as Greg just pulled up the system information, you can see it grabbed all the details, even right the memory, architecture, storage, and that can all be used for analysis and for these installations and yeah, any further solutions with this application.
Yeah, that's also one critical point, right? So if it understand how many free space you
Hmm.
have on your disk, uh, it, that is actually the magic, the beauty of all of this. There are things that you will bother about as a user, but if you let AI does it, uh, it looks into those areas. It looks into your processor. Do you still have enough space on your disk? Do you still have enough memory? If it is solving some other things that is not related to software, for instance, my computer is too slow, it will automatically understand, oh, you don't have enough memory, you don't have enough space in your processor. Those are the intelligent things it does in the background. I mean, I can talk forever about it, but at the end of the day, I think the user wants to just have something work straight out of the box.
Exactly.
What happens in the background is up to the IT.
Exactly. Yeah. Good, good. So I think that's everything regarding the questions. Yeah, and as I mentioned, any other questions, yeah, feel free to reach out to Greg on LinkedIn, on the KompiTech.AI LinkedIn site, or on the Discord for yeah any feedback or questions you may have. Okay, I think that's about it. Thank you, everybody. Greg, do you have any final thoughts, or are we good to close it up?
I'm good. Philip, do you have any thoughts, anything to add?
Oh, I think everything was said.
Okay. Thanks, Dominic.
Yeah, thank
Thanks,
you.
Philip. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you everybody for joining. And yeah, please follow on the Competech AI site on LinkedIn to yeah get updates on any upcoming events because we have a lot more to show of the software, a lot more features and solution sets. So yeah, keep in touch there, and we
Yeah.
hope to see you again.
Yeah, we have a lot, a lot in the pipeline that we'll want to show in the next upcoming events as we are pushing the next features out. We will be having a demo about it. So I think there's already a live webinar next week or the week after. Please, feel free to check our LinkedIn or Twitter, Discord, Reddit to get updates about our upcoming event.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
thank you.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys.
Philip.
Have a
Okay.
good day. Bye.
Have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.